Finally, time for parts bag number 11. Because the main set is so large at this point, and due to camera positioning, I've broken out all the smaller assemblies in a group here, and I'm just going to do them all at once, and then reset my camera for putting this into the main build. So we've got 3 minifigs in this bag of parts. Quickly get these guys assembled. Most of the heads have 2 expressions, with the exception of this guy here, which has just sunglasses for an expression. He's too cool for the coaster ride. He's got his ticket in his hand. All right, 3 minifigs. Next is the canopy for the station boarding area. All right, supposed to be 4 of those. Now these all go together, stacked on top of each other. Now there's some stickers that go on here. Last stickers in the set, and these stickers are just some prohibited items for taking onto the coaster, like cell phone, food. No particular order. These will go on here, but I got to make sure I get the orientation right. I can always flip these around if I don't have them in the right orientation. There's our stickers. And last bit is the top of the canopy. Simple construction, but boy, that's nice and robust. Okay, this next part is a section of track that's going to go in between the 2 halves of the coaster build. Another printed brick, just an arrow. There's our coaster section. It will be apparent when this gets installed what this arrow is for. We'll show that a bit later. Now for the actual roller coasters. There's 2 coaster trains, both identical construction, just slightly different colors. There's 1 coaster train car. There's our 3 coaster train cars. Now these can get snapped together just like this. Now they're linked. They're linked, but they're able to rotate. Second set of coaster cars, slightly different colors. Now, the minifigs go in the cars, but I don't have enough minifigs for both cars. So I am going to put these guys in here first. Put their hands up, put the gate down. All right, there's one guy. Awesome. Now, just as a demonstration, these coaster cars will go on here. Look how well that runs. This is meant to be like a spare track. Parallel track. I just love how easily that moves right now. So we're ready to go. We're ready to put this into the main assembly. As you can see, I've got the second half of the build on the table now. I have taken off my placemat just because it's going to get in the way. We're going to throw this canopy build that I did onto the main structure here. Just snap in here. There we go. There's a canopy installed. Are people waiting? Well, here we are. The final assembly. We get to put the two halves together. So here's the second half of the build. Need to mate it to the first half that we did. It's not heavy, but it's so delicate. I'm afraid I'm gonna snap something off the base by picking it up. Look at this thing. This should just snap together here at the bottom. So you need to stitch some of these parts together. This will help. Oh, I just lifted that column off. Help hold these together. Now, pre-assembled bit of coaster track goes in down at the bottom. I'll do another angle on this so you can see how this works. Now this piece of track gets slotted into a couple grooves that are in here. It's a really tight fit, which is good. So the point of this will be such that our coaster cars can get put on each section of track. Get the one with the people in it. So these guys are ready to go. Then if I want the second car to be on the tracks, you can pull this out and then the second car can go. So it's kind of a reserve coaster train. Now we got a long curved piece of track here that's got to get threaded through here to sit right there and right here. Snap this side in first. I'm just so excited. This just, it's fantastic. Get that in there. This just rests on that support strut right there. The last piece of coaster track goes right up top here. This one's gonna be tricky because it's going over this vertical brace chevron style and it's hard to get everything lined up. There we go. Last thing to do is to attach the coaster chain, which will pull the coaster trains up to the top. Now, this one I definitely pre-assembled earlier. I'll try to show here, this giant mass. This chain has over 203 individual links in it. This took a while to put the chain together. It didn't come like this. Every link had to be put in. There is a sequence that this has to go. It drops, oh, am I noticing a problem already? There should be a gap there. This chain is supposed to feed down through this assembly up top here, and that assembly does not look correct. I totally goofed something up. What a shock, I messed something up. Now, this isn't the end of the world, or is it? Because it's all connected. But that, okay, I'm going to take off this piece of track here, which I just finished. I think I'm going to have to take off this piece of track. Okay. I'm just going to pop this off to get it out of the way. So this assembly here, I can just take that off. So the only thing I got wrong was this, there's like a flywheel in here. Instead of being here, which is where I had it, it has to be pushed over this way. Very subtle. That should be right now. So let me get this all back together. We'll try this again. So the chain feeds, this thing is so unwieldy, down through here. Okay, got to feed it through like that by turning this wheel. You can see it coming down here now. Now I've got to feed it through the middle of there. Goes on the top of this gear here. Now is the real tricky part. This is where I find out if I put exactly 203 chain link elements in here, because if I didn't, it's not going to connect properly. So it's over that gear. Now these two halves, why does that not? It's nowhere near connecting. Oh crap. Because I've got it hooked underneath this element here and it shouldn't be there. Well, rather than pull the whole chain out, I should be able to pop this off and then move the, there we go. I was kind of worried there. Now it should line up. Oh, it's still tight, but it just clips together. The chain is attached. It is done. I'm going to get my coaster tracks, or my coasters put on here. Let's just do it with one for now. There we go. Get them up to the top. It goes rather quickly. And then it gets to the top. There's some wheels up here that'll push it around, help guide it, and then the first drop is coming. Here we go. And then right back onto the chain lift. Oh, I mean, it's not a long run, but oh, that's so awesome. Now I want to see if I can get two of them going at the same time. So while one's at the top, I want the other one to be just at the bottom here. Yes! Cool. I know I just got this off camera a bit, so I gotta recenter this and try this again. One last thing to do. I've been using a hand crank on this side to run that through, but this has the ability to be run off of a motor. Small motor, battery pack. Now, the Lego designers came prepared. There's already a hookup for a motor. All I need to do is slide the motor in to this assembly down there, hook the motor up to the battery pack, and I should be able to just turn it on. Sweet. I'll get out of the way. Oh, this is so awesome. I could just watch this for hours. That runs so well. I'm amazed how good this runs. Oh no, we have a problem. Okay, well that's why you don't run two coaster cars at the same time. This set is great. I've already been watching this for about half an hour. For the most part, it runs really well. I had a couple hiccups where the trains either came off the track or had a little bit of a glitch at the top of the chain lift. But for the most part, it's been running pretty smooth. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.